What's up, guys? Welcome back to Vanilla Diecast. My name is Evan, and today we're cracking open some Hot Wheels cars. Now, you may be noticing something a little different today. I have a turntable in front of me, and it's actually pretty cool. There is a little blue pad here that I can put on it, just so you can see that it is actually going around. Before you start typing in the comments, what kind of turntable is that, where did you get it, how much was it, check out my last video, and that'll tell you pretty much everything you need to know about it. So we're going to start it off with the Aston Martin Valhalla concept. You can kind of see the card art there, just a little bit. So let's crack this thing open. Now, normally I'd hold the car like this, so you can see the top of it a little better now. Check out the bottom. We're going to let it sit on that turntable, and let it go around and around and around. Now, I'm not a supercar fan, but the Aston Martin Valhalla is, it's pretty cool. It's a little bit more of a peg warmer than I thought it was going to be. I saw tons of them at the Dollarama I was at, but, it is a pretty sweet looking car, very clean. You got some nice tampos on the front, some taillight tampo on the back there in silver rather than red, not sure why. And in case you're wondering, the whole roof isn't plastic. It is partially metal, but it's been painted black. But you can check out the interior just a little bit there. A little scuff on the windshield, but for a car of this size, I'm not too worried about that. It is a pretty nice looking car, and I really like it. Next one we got is the Bel Air from the Chevy Bel Air set. Let's crack this one open. I love the Bel Air. This is my second one, in fact. Let's put this thing on the turntable. Let it go around and around. Now, I do like the matte black. I know a lot of people really like this color combo. They really like the design on this thing. And I thought, you know, I already have a Bel Air, and I like it. So I didn't really see the point in getting a matte black version until I saw it with my own eyes. That told me I just had to have it because it's actually really clean. It's really nice. You got Get Big Air written on the side there. I like the red interior, the red stripes, and some lightning bolts all over it. Next one we're going to take a look at is the Nash from Compact Kings. I really love that little Compact King symbol. It's like a really compact car with a crown on top. Like, that's just so creative. But yeah, let's crack this one open. Here's the Nash. This is not the Legends Tour version. There is a version of that was based off the real car, which is pretty neat. Flick on the table. Let her spin around. Same idea with the paint job, as you can see there. It's just different colors. You got the nice red stripe there. I like how the headlights and the grille are both chrome plastic pieces. Same piece as the engine and the interior. But it's a crazy design, man. Those skinny tires that just stick outside the fenders, like, that looks crazy. I absolutely love that. So, that is the Nash. Next one we got is from Retro Racers. It's the Glory Chaser. Check that thing out. So here's the car. Check out the top. The interior is clear. Now, it's actually a pretty small compared to most Hot Wheels cars. It does look like a really old, maybe 50s or 60s race car. Maybe with a little bit more of a hot rod touch. You got bigger wheels in the back. You can see the V8 sticking up through the hood. It actually kind of reminds me of Delilah's car from the Speed Racer movie, to be honest. Could be totally wrong about that, but it does kind of remind me of that one. A lot of people say it reminds them of the Jaguar E-Type. And I mean, yeah, I can see that. But yeah, it's definitely going for the same style. I was smiling from ear to ear when I found this one. I'm a Chevy square body fan, so of course I had to grab the Tooned 83 Chevy Silverado. Oh, that's a weird one to open up. There we go. Check that thing out, you guys. That is a weird looking truck. I'm really happy I found this one. It's tuned, so it's really short. The roof is really tall. Every single detail on this thing is just so exaggerated. You got the V8 engine that's pretty much shoved back into the cockpit of the truck. You also got the side pipes down there and everything. License plates are blacked out. That is just really, really cool, man. It's so goofy, but I love it. It's hard not to. Check out the Low Lux from Hot Wheels Hot Trucks. Check that thing out, you guys. That is wild. Like, it's hard to really understand what's going on in this design. It's based off a Toyota Hilux. Yeah, Toyota Hilux. It's like they took every aspect of a Formula 1 car and slapped it under the body of a Toyota Hilux. It looks wild. It really does. You got big fat tires in the back. You got a splitter on the front. You got a light bar up there above the windshield. You got stacks on the back by the looks of it. It's rear-engined. You have a massive wing. And it's just a wild-looking truck. And I think it's really cool, honestly. Never really was one for fantasy castings, but I must say, that's pretty sick. Also, is that diamond plate on the rear bumper? Yeah, that's totally diamond plate. That is cool, man. Check this one out. La Troca. It is a metal body plastic base, but it's actually pretty heavy, to be honest. Yeah, there is quite a bit of weight to this thing. Let's slap it down on the table here. I love the paint. Gold, metallic. Kind of reminds me of Spectre Flame. It could be easily mistaken for it, I think. The paint job is so beautiful. Like, this thing should be in the Art Cars series. But it's not. It's in Hot Trucks. You got the gold paint job, the gold rims, the gold bumpers. You got a nice sun visor on there. What do they call those things right there? They call that a fender skirt, I think. I think that's what they call them. Could be wrong. But, yeah, it's really nice. And despite the fact it's called La Troca, it's actually not a fantasy casting. This is based off an old Chevy 3100. Like, bro. Chromed out grille. That is just so awesome. Here we have a Ford Focus RS in a nice blue color. Got some stripes on there and everything. Let's crack this one open. Here's the Focus. You can see a bit of the interior in there. You got some nice white stripes on the roof. It is a nice looking car. I'm not a Ford Focus fan, like, at all. But it is pretty cool to have it in Hot Wheels form. Now, it doesn't have colored headlights or grills on the front. Doesn't have colored taillights or anything on the back. And, I'm not entirely sure why. I'm pretty sure that if a car has tampo on the sides and the top, pretty sure that means they're not going to put anything on the front. Unless it's like a premium car or something. But honestly, I think I'd rather have headlights and taillights on this thing than have those white stripes on the top. Not saying I don't like them. They are pretty cool. They're really clean looking. But, I mean, you know, it just seems like this is one of those cars that should have colored lights. Because it's already made to look a little more factory. But I don't know. It's a good looking car. We got the Cockney Cab 2 from Metro. Check that thing out. Here it is. Nice looking car. No interior, unfortunately. Now, it hasn't had an interior ever since the casting came out, like many years ago. I do like the color in the blue, actually. That's pretty cool, the way it changes color. Kind of like a little bit of a pearlescent, maybe, in the plastic. I like the Aero disc wheels. They fit the thing really good. It's really cool. I actually love that. Here we've got the Layin Low Rider from Xperia Motors. Not gonna rip this one open, because I actually got this one for a buddy of mine. So, I opened mine up early. So here it is. This thing is pretty sweet. Lay that thing on that table. And I love the color. The color is just awesome. It's kind of like a candy apple red, I guess you could say. That looks really good. I love the pinstriping all over this thing in pink. A little bit of a kind of a lavender color, I guess you could say. I think that's what that is. Now, for an Xperia Motors car, they always have like a moving part or a special feature. And since it's called the Layin Low Rider, I thought maybe we'd get working suspension. But it doesn't. Now, not too worried about that, because if it did have working suspension, this is probably how I'd pose it anyways. But what it actually is this engine here. It moves. See that? If you take a look at the bottom of the car, see these little knobs on the wheels right there? Well, when the front wheels roll, it triggers something. But yeah, when you roll it, the engine actually shifts back and forth, which is actually pretty cool. Last Hot Wheels car before we get into a few Matchbox I found. McLaren F1 from Factory Fresh. I do have the silver version of this car. The black one is also really nice. I actually think I may like the black one better. So now you can see it's more of a factory design. I mean, it is from Factory Fresh, so that makes sense. Colored lights, blinkers, logos in the front. And you have colored tail lights on the rear of the car, as you can see there. You can see the exhaust pipes down there as well. I do like the factory design. I can't imagine what Mattel would come up with as like a crazy design on this car, like they normally do. And you can see inside it that you're sitting in the middle of the car. You're sitting in the center seat. And I guess that's partially the reason why it was called the McLaren F1, where you're sitting in the middle of the car. We've only got 3 Matchbox. But after those 3 Matchbox, that'll be the end of the video. So let's check out the Durango. You can see a little bit of extra protection inside it, just to keep the car from moving around, I guess. Here it is, a little dusty. One thing I have noticed is it doesn't have interior. The windows are just blacked out. There is no interior in this thing, and I can't help but think maybe Matchbox cheaped out a bit. I mean, they definitely cheaped out if there's no interior, but, you know. It looks good. I mean, they are really tiny cars. I'm not too worried about them not having an interior, but I just really hope they don't start making all their cars without interior. But it is good looking. I really like this thing. You got the Charger-like taillights on the back. I really like the lights and grille on the front. Just a more factory look. That's all Matchbox really does with their cars, and I like that. It looks very good. What does that say on the license plate? Oh, it's just a code. Okay, yeah, it's just a few numbers. But, yeah, there's the Durango. It's pretty much a Charger SUV. That's pretty much what the Durango is. It is cool, though. I absolutely love it. Got the 1949 Curtis Sport Car. Come on. Don't you guys hate it when you're trying to open a Hot Wheels car and you get this? Like, this is annoying, man. Urgh. There we go. There we go. Alright. Come here, Curtis. Come on, Curtis. There we go. So there's the Curtis Sport Car. I don't know why it's called the Sport Car and not the Sports Car, but it doesn't really matter to me. I don't care what the thing is called. All I know is it's gorgeous. It's actually pretty small compared to most Matchbox. I like the color. Color looks good. I don't really know what other color would look good in. Maybe like a forest green would look pretty good on this car. You can see that the front bumper, rear bumper, and all along the side, that trim, is all chrome. That's a separate plastic piece. Which I think is pretty clever. Looks good. I like the color of the interior. Also, you can see little paint flakes on my table that are going around from the cars I put on there. I've never heard of the Curtis until now. Never heard of it. But I'm happy I know what it is now, because it's pretty nice. Last car, 1994 Mitsubishi 3000 GT. Again? How unlucky am I, man? Like, hold on a minute. There we go. There it is. Again, a little dusty. Now this one here, it does actually remind me of the Dodge Stealth, and I could be wrong, but I think maybe Dodge and Mitsubishi worked together a bit to develop the 3000 GT and the Stealth. We got colored details like lights and license plate on the rear. Same thing on the front, only the headlights are clear plastic pieces, which are really nice. Gray interior is really nice. I like the wheels. Kind of based off, it's made to look more factory. But it looks good. It really does. I love the look of the car. Anyways, guys, really hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comments below what you think of my turntable here. Did you like the videos with it? And if you're not sure, go check out one of my other videos where I do some reviews on some cars where I hold it in my hands. Just tell me which ones you like better. Do you like the turntable? I like the turntable. I think it's pretty sick. So be sure to like, subscribe, all the stuff I'm not going to take an eternity telling you guys to do. And I'll see ya.